Now, many religious communities have been paying tribute to Prince Philip since his death yesterday. I'm joined now by Lord Singh, who is director of the network of Sikh organisations. He met the Duke and can tell us a bit, I think, Lord Singh, about the contribution the Duke made and indeed his relationship to Britain's Sikhs.
Thank you. He did have a wonderful relationship with not only Sikhs but with all communities. The Duke of Edinburgh served our country with the same rare mix of wisdom and boundless energy. Now, few people understand how much he and others in the royal family have contributed to the understanding and harmony between different faith communities. I first met him when I'd gone to Buckingham Palace for some function, and I was coming down the stairs and met him there, and I started saying some greeting to him, and as soon as I opened my mouth, he said, "Indigent, thought for the day," and went on to say that you've been bringing us the wonderful teachings of Guru Nanak. He knew so much about Sikhism. Then we met regularly in the at Buckingham Palace, where he was chairing the Sacred Scriptures Trust. And again, he always came across as very knowledgeable, but always with a wink or a smile. He was so confident of his knowledge that he could also joke at the same time. This was the wonderful aspect of him. And I had the good fortune to meet him at various Commonwealth services. I've been doing the Commonwealth service for many years, and until recently we would always meet the royal family at the end of the service, and there's always a quip or a very astute comment on the service that had just been taking place. And I also had the good fortune to be invited to meet the royal family for lunch on one occasion, and there he was joking away, shooing away the corgis and laughing and joking. It was wonderful. He had that rare mix that he had wisdom and knowledge, and at the same time, while he had an understanding that faiths are essentially moving in the same direction and should respect one another, he also had a great love and understanding of the environment, and he was a very whole person. He could see the whole picture, and as he did that, he could also joke about it, because people like that, really wise people and sensible people, can joke about our frailties.
He was himself, of course, had come from one faith to another. He'd been born into the Greek Orthodox Church because he was born in Greece and of the royal family of Greece. But he became, by choice, a Christian in order to marry the Queen. But as you say, was respectful both of religious diversity, but also of ethnic diversity as well. I mean, in a sense, he always said he was an exile who came to this country and found a home here, as so many communities have done, including many Sikhs.
Yes. I mean, to me, the essence of his contribution is he recognised what we should all recognise, and what Sikh teachings emphasise again and again. We are all of one common humanity. He took that automatically, he did. And he had many friends in the Sikh community. He would visit Gurdwaras, and I'm sure he could explain Sikhism to some Sikhs in a way that they hadn't understood before.
I wonder
it's extraordinary.
I wonder if, in some sense, that very conscious decision that Prince Charles has expressed, that he wants, when he inherits the title from the Queen of Head of State, wants to be not so much defender of the faith in the Henry VIII model, but defender of faith. That he wants to reflect that comes in some ways from his father's influence.
Absolutely, that influence is there, and I've had the good fortune to be Prince Charles on many occasions. He's attended two major functions at the Royal Albert Hall, two major Sikh functions, and we've met on many occasions. And he also comes across with this wisdom of being able to see the whole picture. I wish more people could do that.
Let me ask you finally: do you think prayers may be said in some of the Gurdwaras around this country in memory of him?
I'm sure there will. Obviously, things are limited at the moment, but we all have him in our hearts. He was an inspiration to us all, to the whole country, but Sikhs particularly appreciated his take on religion. That is, it is all-encompassing. We are all moving in the same, or trying to move in the same ethical direction.
Lord Inderjit Singh, pleasure to speak to you. Thanks very much for bringing us your reflections on the Duke of Edinburgh.
Okay.
Now, the